Hey, Wolf Lord. Thanks for joining. There. I'm still getting a little set up right now. I got that little pop up right there. I have my logo backwards is 96 on the one section. Uh, I did. Me and Mal, or I call him Malcontent on I think it's Twitter. Now I can't remember his Twitter handle. That's horrible of me. Um, I was practicing having a guest on, so I can basically do split screen, and I can do split screen like this later. And then in the bottom right, that would be another person's, cam. Obviously, for now, it's just like a placeholder image. But I thought that was awesome, and it worked really, really easily. Like it was easy to connect and send the invite. So if I'm drawing, I'll be able to have someone on, and they'll have their camera, and we can talk or whatever in some theoretical version of streaming. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet, but I saw it yesterday and thought it was just really cool. I don't know. It just looks kind of striking to me, and I always like the genestealer cult guys. And I remembered I put the name on it and labeled the file right from the start. So I gotta do that every time because digging through year-old tweets to find names is not a good file system. Oh, right on. Yeah, I don't know how long I will be live. I'll mess with this, but I might come back on later. I'm gonna try to make a habit of, doing this because I need to practice. I want to get used to it. And I'm cleaning up the edges good on this one. It's a nice simple model, so it won't be too long. Oh, and I should have tried out the headphones with this so you wouldn't have to hear the tapping. In RimWorld, I know I've heard the name. I am not familiar with the game at all. I'll have to swing by at some point at least and check that out. I haven't played. There's a couple games I will play, and I'm not against them or anything. It's just that right now, like me trying to live stream is my game. I'll try to level that up. Wait, in RimWorld, isn't that some novels? Is am I thinking of some books with that? And was it turned into a game or something? Why am I can't place it right now. All right, so it's like a colonization type game. That's cool. I still like Civilization is cool. It makes me think of Civilization. Oh yeah, it's Discworld. You're right. Okay, that's what I was remembering. Yeah, and that's cool. Like with that multi-screen, I can even you can do a full-on chat with like four people, on the video in this. So that's rather interesting. I was like, yeah, someone could be like, hobbying, have someone in for a little while, and they could be. I was thinking of like if you do the Paintover like this, have a split screen and have as a guest like the person who painted the miniature. Like I think that might be really cool. And I just need a lot of practice at like just speaking, and I read the text as for the chats and everything, but it distracts my mind from the Paintovers. I can tell it does. Because usually in the back of my mind, I would just be running, okay, what color is this background? What am I going for? And I'm just like thinking of that the whole time. But when I have people here, I'm kind of talking to them, so it's a little distracting. But I'll figure it out. That's what practice is all about. So, and one thing, it's probably pertains to miniature painting is like, well, all I did for my, I mean, I know them all by heart by now, but this model was predominantly orange, and I saw it kind of had a lighter background. So I flick open this color wheel, and when I go to change colors, you can always just look. I just kind of look where the orange would be, and I look at the opposite color, and it's kind of like this, tealish, bluish color. And I was like, okay, that's like my starting point. It's like, okay, try that out and just see how it is to my eye, and then I go from there. See, that's what I thought too, World Lord, is because, and literally I would like to use it because if I could let that person talk for even a little while I worked on something, and I'm not opposed to dead time, but I have to start like seeing some other people's live streams to see, how much they talk, how much they don't talk, and just kind of practice and see what works for me. But I thought that would be cool because they could talk for a little bit, and then I could, like, concentrate on like a little tougher section or whatever I might be doing. And I thought that'd be neat. And plus people would get something out of it. It's kind of like, it's not just my artwork, obviously it's theirs. So that would be kind of cool to hear from them. So that's some of the plans. I've got to work at it like everything else. Hey, Mousebait. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I got to get used to this. So I just copy and pasted some of the base. It keeps the same texture. If you enlarge it, it makes it closer to the screen. So did that just so it has some foreground. I'm trying to figure if I want, like, at first, usually for speed, I'll kind of keep the background sort of simplish, and especially for like practice, because right now with me talking and doing it at the same time, it's a little distracting. But I was trying to, like, is he in the underhive? Is it like in a mine in an underhive or out? I'm trying to figure out like a background. I almost thinking like a simplified hive or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out as I draw. And I go on YouTube, like I'm trying to learn this. What is it? Studio Streamer, Switch Stream. What am I playing? Switcher Studio. That's what I'm using to do the cast. And I uh, I go on YouTube, and you have the videos, and even in Google, and they're pulling up all the tutorials from like 2 years ago, which I'm like, okay, nothing changed. But of course, they had a whole new way that developed, and I thought I couldn't do something, and it was all set like as of 6 months ago. So after I found that video, I tried out a bunch of stuff. I ended up paying for the subscription to this, get the watermark off, and I knew I would use it some. It's been working good. All right, what am I doing? I didn't duplicate that. Still don't know what I want to do for this background. When I'm stuck usually, or like I can't think of something, I kind of try to switch to another part, especially if I'm like doing free Paintover day. It's like go, 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 go. So you can't, if something's not coming to you, you just got to do something else. I know I'm going to want some sort of depth. So slap a multiply layer on and get a little depth going so that hopefully that will help point me in a right direction. That's a little too blue. That'll probably be too dark, but it'll be cool. This layer is always, it's just like a tint layer. It's basically just like another layer of like a thin wash of paint that you would put over everything. And then with the digital advantage over manual, you could erase. So now I'm going to erase some of the tinted layer to bring him back out. I want to darken it some because I'm going to try to bring, he's got that light on his shoulder, so I'm going to try to make that light up. I've been trying to develop a better technique for doing the light. I need to, it came out cool a couple times, but then it's like, I forget how I replicated it. That's my problem with some of the digital stuff. I'm like, I have to do it a few times and it has to get ingrained in my brain, or I don't remember how I did it. And I'll be staring like, what did I do to get that effect? Oh, Tom Williams, awesome! I'm glad you made it here. I'll try to do something decent. No guarantees. Cool model, by the way. This thing is excellent. Realistically, I should probably crop it to make it work better for my purposes. Like just crop those sides to bring it in a little more. It'll tighten the composition on him. Move your name over and try it. See what it looks like. Just a little tighter, make it more horizontal. It won't fit Instagram as good. I'm always like, now when I crop these, I'm like, oh, is this better for Instagram? Is it better for an Instagram feed? Is it better for a tweet? Is it better for a video? Like, which way does it fit better? But what always wins out is make the picture look cool and then deal with the rest. Oh, see, what did I do? I even screwed up the wrong. What was I doing? That's what I erased on the wrong layer. I erased on the background layer. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I erased on the wrong layer. That's what happens when you're distracted. Trying to draw and talk at the same time still isn't my thing yet. Oh, see, he's even got the painting stuff in there. That's awesome. I know. Later, I was telling Wolf Lord when he was here, I have the ability later to bring in guests. So like you can do, I'll show him like this. That's just a test sample in the bottom right, but you can see I could bring in another live feed. And I was thinking if I do this, you know, you could have a guest on who painted the miniature, and then they could talk about it a bit. And all I usually do on this layer is it's that little bit of shaded tinted layer over it, and then I usually go over all like the kind of the same highlights the person put on because you know the people painting it know what they're doing. So I'm just trying to like it's add that little atmospheric haze and that extra depth to it to put it in the background, which I still don't know what I'm going to do with it. Yeah, hey, the construction orange or the high visibility stuff. It's perfect for this, and fits the genestealer vibe. All right, what do we got going on here? Yeah, white. I haven't painted white on miniatures, and I was thinking making my army because I wanted to use the AE logo, right? And I just did it white and black, probably because I also like, black and white simple artwork. But I don't know if that's adventurous enough for the paint scheme. So I was thinking like white, black, and like gold, kind of the trim. And then you could go different variations of each. So maybe some models have a little bit of white with like a lot of black and then gold, or different variations for stuff. So I was actually debating that myself. I know I'm going to want this light here, and since I can't figure out the background yet, I'm going to start trying to put some light in. Hmm. When in doubt, wipe it out. And I'm trying to figure out a good way to do these lights. I can do some of it, but when you start casting the beam across, I have to figure out the best way to kind of represent that. So that's what I've been working on with some of the lights. And I don't fully know how this one would go, so it's kind of baffling me a little bit. Okay, that's helping. Five viewers. That's like, can't believe it, actually. Oh, yeah, the caterpillar yellow. That'll look sharp on minis. It's good to take, you know, when you're around stuff like that, and you can, it adds that extra level of not realism, but I don't know, you can place it when, you know, you start taking elements of like construction and then bring it into here with like the paint schemes and all that. It's good for inspiration. Let me try something. I know I want to reinforce the orange color a little bit with some sort of, you know, it's like he's scoping something out. So since I have the blue kind of heavy with the back, I want to bring back some of the orange that's in the clothing and put it into the atmosphere. That's what I'm thinking, Wolfler. I never seen like a big spotlight one, so I was just going more with like a glow, you know. And I was like, instead of opposed to like a spotlight thing. So, you know, I kind of want to try to get it like, you know, it's you're if there's like a bunch of smoke in the air, you know how some of it's a little brighter, some of it's a little darker because it's thicker smoke. So I mean, and that's the thing. I've done, you know, now like 300 of these, or if not more, and it's like, he's still, it's like, okay, I gotta, you know, figure this one out, figure out a way to render that. Like, it's a lot of repetition. This is almost the classic movie: the blue lighting on one side, and then the reddish orange lighting on the other. What like Terminator, and when did all the movies start doing that? Then there was like all the movie covers would have it all on there forever. Kind of digging it. I'm always skeptical. I'm always skeptical of my work. I'm like, I don't know. I just like, and then it has to fight for me to like it. Do I like it? So I need compositionally. There's something above. So I got the blue light and the orange light going on. It's like a start. I'm like, okay, I know what I'm working with. And now the composition, it's like it's it's slightly off in that, you know, because it's all the bunch of dead area above them. So I have to figure out a good way to do that. A nice like silhouetted shape, maybe. That's a new layer, right? Right. Look for inspiration. Yeah, what if I put? No. Just trying to mock in. So I can already tell that's helping. So it needed something there. I think the something should be kind of dark. It'd be nice, like, you just kind of want that roughened silhouette structure or whatever, lightly in the background so you don't start competing with the miniature. Oh, that's because it's that one. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Tom. Appreciate it. Yeah, and I will see you around Twitter as well. I'll be doing live streams a ton, so feel free to stop by whenever you see one. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Trying to do brick texture, but then it ends up looking like Christmas trees. Wolf Lords, how's the tank coming? You make any more progress on? I think you're working on the treads. Needs a little more fire over here. Oh, food. One of my favorite topics. Don't get me started on food. I should just end this stream and start a food stream. Or like give me bread. I should be in a bakery live stream. Forget Paintovers. Get me in a bakery. Swearing and attempting to build tank tracks, yeah. I see everyone's models, man. The the knights and everything, and I love those things. I'm like, man, you haven't painted anything. Don't go running out and buying one until you get some progress. I was in Ho Hobby Vices, I forget, and I got the gift, so I want to paint those. I'm like, I'm not gonna not paint something gifted me, So I'm like, all right, just get that stuff done before you start buying knights and whatever else I want at this point. Yeah, the stream's still holding up good after 50 minutes. This Switcher Studio is doing pretty good. I'm glad. Like, it's hard enough for me talking and doing this, but it was like almost impossible. I would be dropping out and I'm trying to reconnect and connect and. I forgot I could throw a little green in here. You know, this on like the free ones, especially. Like I try a lot of stuff, you know, and I try to learn it. So then, you know, on commissions and whatever else, you can start, you know, keep adding effects and. Just trying to pick up a little bit of the green without getting too crazy with it, just like it's in the haze a little bit. And it's always like editing. So I was like, okay, take it out. Don't put too much in. I'm kind of even though I slap a lot of stuff in, I like minimalist is always what I enjoy. And what's funny is I'm doing paint overs with like everything, you know, just, you know, clutter all over the place. But I'm always a fan of simplicity. Oh yeah, I have Wolf Lord. I have 3 Imperial Knights, and they took me about a month each to build and paint. Yeah, yeah. Like what? Oh, wait, mine's taken 7 months, and I haven't even started a little dude yet. So that's doing great in my book. Mute this for a second. Getting there. I like how Tom used that little bit of purple in here. He's got a little purple and then knuckles and around the, the brain or whatever. Brain head. I like that touch. I probably could have used like a purplish background to go with it. All right, he's looking like he's creeping around in the Underdark. And I'm happy because the stream held up for quite a while now, almost an hour. Wolf Lord, really appreciate you stopping by so I have someone to converse with and practice. Thank you very much. And shout out to my patrons on Patreon because, like that, I was able to just, get this software, monthly and not be, that helps me greatly. So I can like pay for it out of there and it helps me try these things and not have the stress of where it's coming from. And I figure if I do, I don't know, almost one of these a day or whatever, do that for a year straight and I'll be better at streaming. I haven't even like listened back. I'm so like, oh man, I don't even know what my voice sounds like or how this comes across. So I haven't even listened to any back. I think one for literally like 30 seconds. And I was like, well, I'll just go for it and then we'll figure it out. And I think I'll start using I found out you could hook up the headphones to these headphones with mic, so I might try to do that after I'll check the sound quality and get feedback from people to see how, because right now I'm just talking into the phone that's in front of me. That's probably not the best setup. I can't believe all the stuff you can do now, just like on an iPad. It's like this, and it's live streaming. I'm working on Procreate. I'm showing the drawing. Granted, with the program I'm using now, I have my phone hooked up as well as the actual control panel type deal. But it's just amazing to me. Uh-oh. The puppy came in. So if you start hearing puppy squeaks, that's because he feels like he's getting neglected, and it's the worst thing ever. So yeah, you can. Oh, there you can hear the soft whine, and then he's pawing at the chair because he wants something. So this may be a good time to stop. You think so? You think it's time to stop? Yeah. You don't like live streams? All right. Well, thank you for watching. I'll probably be on later again today, and maybe Wolflord. Maybe we will try a drop-in stream. That might be interesting. I'm gonna go take the little puppy for a walk, and I will talk to you